even with this COVID coming to an end in some aspects, people are still struggling. There is the people that are owning businesses that cannot find people to work. Help wanted signs are all over the place. I travel all over the state, and I am telling you, everywhere I go, and you probably see them in your neighborhood as well, help wanted signs everywhere, just about everywhere. Hiring bonuses are becoming a thing, and it's a time where people are wanting to get back to work, get back to business, and uh, the the thing about all of this is nobody saw COVID coming. We didn't, as people, as Americans, we didn't see it coming. Now, there is quite the evidence to the contrary that the higher ups, the people that are above our pay grade saw it coming. And there's a question about, well, we don't know what we're supposed to be fighting against and what we're supposed to prepare for, because nobody's prepared for these things. Nobody saw it coming. I'd take that and equate that to our life. We as people, we're physical people. We need to take care of ourselves physically. That's why we have medical doctors. We are people of the psyche. That's why there are counselors and psychologists and psychotherapists and just good friends, good people that we can talk to. But we're also spiritual people. And sometimes people will say, I didn't know that was going to happen. I was not aware that I was going to be attacked, internally or spiritually in that way. And we don't know what devices are going to be used against us. Really? Let me challenge you quickly on this, because there is a writing by the Apostle Paul, who wrote over 1/3 of the New Testament. And I'm not asking you to go buy a Bible and become a preacher or join a church. I'm just asking you to think about this. He wrote 1/3 of the New Testament. And this is something that he said. He said, we are not ignorant of Satan or evil's devices. Now, before somebody says, I don't believe in Satan, I don't believe in the devil, I don't believe in that. Okay. You do believe in evil because you cannot see what's going on in cities and the death rate and rape and murder. And you can't look at that and say, oh, well, that's good. That's all good. Nothing. It's evil. So we're not ignorant of evil's devices. You say, well, we don't know what's going to attack us. Sure we do. Sure we do. The same Apostle Paul wrote something to a church in Ephesus. And this is what he said. He talked about armor, spiritual armor. Put on the whole armor. And this is what he said. He said, put on the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness. He said, your feet will put on the shoes of peace, and you'll have a shield of faith. All of that is defensive. The only weapon that is offensive is, he said, take the sword of the Spirit. But everything else is defensive. Why is it defensive? Because this same Apostle Paul realized this is why we don't have to be ignorant of the devices that evil is going to come against us with. He tells us. That's why you need this weaponry. You need the helmet of salvation. Why? Because there will be attacks on your security of salvation, your salvation of you are right in your soul. You know that nothing will steal your soul. You know that as a person, you live right, you do the best that you can. You know that the security of yourself. Somebody said, well, I don't know if there is a heaven, but I hope when I die I get to go there. Well, we don't know if there's a heaven. We know what's been told to us. I certainly hope there is a heaven, but I want to live in such a way that if there is one, I get to go there. Salvation. So there'll be attacks in your mind to try to get you to question, well, you're really not a good person. You're not solid. So the attack is going to come on that. Then he says, you need a breastplate or the chest plate of righteousness, doing right and wrong. You'll be attacked in what's right and what's wrong. Every day we make decisions on doing what's right or doing what's wrong. There will be attacks in regards to that. He then says you take the shoes of peace. Man, never before has there been attacks on peace. I am at a point in my life now where I let so much more stuff go than I ever have before, because my end goal is I'm going to live in peace. I'm not going to let what people say or people do shake me from being at peace with myself, my internal peace. I'm telling you, when you start, your peace will be secure as much as what you can let go. If you're a person that's offended by everything, you're going to have issues with peace. I'm telling you, the more you let stuff go, well, this person said this, so what? I can give you, this person said that you're rotten. So what? I can give you 5 people that tell you that I'm okay. But more importantly than that, I know I'm okay. So there's a war on your peace. And then he says you need the shield of faith. There's going to be an attack on your faith, on your belief system. Not on your denomination or what church you go to or church you don't go to or why you don't go to church. Just your general personal faith in general. So these people that run around and say, well, we have no idea what kind of attacks are going to come. We do know. That's why we have the armor, the spiritual armor, and the weaponry of our warfare. You have defensive weapons to protect you against these attacks.